Hi, welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxy, and once again, we're going to channel for you today. And thanks all for tuning in and out there in La La Land. Booyah! The ever-presence of energy. The thickness of the energy. Magnetic field, if you will, is so much more available to us up here. Don't be surprised if you get little bumps in the night and more frequency ideas in what you call time manner. Don't be surprised if your reality starts to shift in this, let's say, wondrous ways out of the side of your eye, if you will. For we're all here more and more now. For the energy field of allowable interaction is stabilized to such a point to where the frequencies of these ideas will become more and more apparent in the nows to come. They will start in fashions of ideas of little tiny oddities, and then maybe turn your head sideways and think about it. And then you'll really understand that that really just happened. So the idea of Roxanne, she just felt the energy of me, the idea of Ocyphius, come in at such a thick level, yet let's say easy, if you will. It wasn't hard to connect on that how much of an energy that I allowed to represent myself. Why? Because the collective and now this co-creation on this particular earth, that this idea of co-creation, a couple million of you right now co-creating this idea, has allowed these energetic flows to be that, let's say, much richer. In that vibrational field of richness is an energetic feeling. I want you to start to feel your reality. In the way of, let's say, simply putting your hand out. And pushing against the energetic field that is now thick, if you will. Let's not discount the environment around you as a holodeck. Don't think it's truly earth and air is just air. That kind of idea. Your environment is a co-created bubble of reality. And when you are energetically higher, you are aware of the energies around you more and more in all the nows. And since this vibration and field once again has stabilized at a certain frequency just because of your simple allowance of love, booyah, now you can start to feel your reality. You can push and pull. In whatever way your wonderful mind is starting to imagine how to shape-shift, not you, that is very limiting, shape-shift your reality in moments of distortion. In, let's say, tiny little ways at first. And then once you've noticed those ways are shifting with, let's say, no effort on your part, then you and your higher self, which is you, now will play in this reindeer field, reindeer game field, if you will, and start to change things about you. First, however, become familiar once again in relationship to this environment which you have all shifted to. A new understanding of all the time, if you will, and limitation, feeling God, yourself, at a more stabilized energetic walk, talk, nonchalance about you. It's like that, let's say, idea we gave before. You own your reality, walk as if you own it. Same idea. But this time, you're not trying to own it. This time, you are owning it. This is once again, everything is feeling. Not translated out of sight and sound. It is the immediately idea that comes to you that says, this is real, this is wisdom, I understand this. That's the feeling you're going to feel more and more about your environment, your reality bubble, if you will. That will tell you things are shifting in such a manner to where you are really present in the moment and have what you call influence on your reality. We have said, stop, step back, and look at your reality and see the beauty of it. Yes. This is an idea of a practicum to get you to understand the beauty of each now. Not longing for another now, or seeing something of beauty and then questioning what it is. Does it mean anything? I don't understand why that is that now. Not needed. It's the simplicity of the beauty of that item you're looking at. It's creation. To appreciate creation only accelerates each now. Once you understand the now as the beauty it is, then things start to happen. Things start to shift. Things start to change in your reality where, if you would, for the first couple of times, until another comes upon you, keep it to yourself. The idea of these anomalies going on around you. Maybe just a wave distortion. And the one that did see it, you will let's say, either keep it from each other for fear at first, but then you will most certainly talk about it. There might be 3 of you, if you will, walking down the street, co-creating, and only 2 of you see an anomaly. Maybe a car changes colors, we've talked about that. Maybe this shifted over there, or maybe you were walking in one direction and now all 3 of you are walking in another direction, but only 2 of you realize this. This is idea of memory is always created in the moment. Every now is unique. But these shifts are because you are stabilized within the energetic field of your own conscious awareness. That in and of itself allows more fun, if you will, to come along. We are, let's say, utilizing a wonderful idea of giving you polarity in your own ideas of choice to get rid of things that you, let's say, no longer serve you. To shake it all out. And it hurts and it sucks and you motherfuck the universe over and over again. But there's always an idea of growth within that. Every moment is evolution. Every moment is healing. Every moment is realization that you are the epic God that we've all been telling you that you are. And these ideas only leads to a heightened sense of awareness of your own godship. And in that idea, now you can play with it. Because if things started happening, let's say 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or you just woke up 2 years ago, and you gave yourself anomalies, things that would be, let's say, totally out of bounds, they would have become an ego idea of separation, a definition. They would have taken your focus and put you on that timeline, and then you would have proven that idea to another as a validation as you are A, B, or C. It led nowhere, in other words. You don't get the idea of candy because it's gone. You suck on it a while, poof, it's gone. You're always looking for another piece. Bullshit. We're giving you stabilization through that to when the ideas of anomalies, magic, oddities happen in your reality, you don't go running off to the newspapers or to your group and you write about it and you theorize about it. It's for you. It's for you for your own validation. Holy shit, this really happened. This is awesome. Only solidifying let's say, some tiny reminiscence of any kind of illusion that's still within you. When you get yourself to a higher level, obviously, what happens? The less and less of fear is, let's say, prevalent. It's easier to let go of. It's more exciting to engage with it. And you engage in it and it lets it go. And now, some of those fears are just small. Very tiny. And they don't need to be dealt with in the fashion of direct healing and you get mad at it and you work your way through it. They're like, oh, phew, look at that. You don't even look at it because it's not needed. You shift and you give yourself magic. And that takes that vibration and poof, I would not even think about that anymore. Because everything is focused awareness. And wherever you're putting your focus is your reality. And we, as a collective one, have given your focus polarity. So you don't choose it anymore. And you dig and you dig and you dig to all the core beliefs that say, I am not worthy of being God. All the way down to the core one that says, no, this is not true. When you get down there, you know it's the truth. And you've dug your way through all these belief systems to get down to this tiny little seed that says, yes, you are God. And it's got the tiniest little wisdom attached to it, because it is the truth. The truth that you do exist, you are now and forever, and you are an individual singularity of God. And you just take that tiny little fraction and you hold on to it, and it bursts itself in you. It starts to grow as you are working through your reality, even with the slightest bit of belief. And that belief grows. And now, through your own love for yourself, truly, you have gotten to this energetic point of healing. And now the fun is starting more and more. We've taken the buffers off. There's available fear everywhere. And a lot of you are not even paying attention to it, even in the slightest anymore. Because it serves you no, let's say, service anymore. You look at it and go, no, poof, gone. Or you don't even recognize it now. Much like when you were asleep, when someone offered you an awake idea, you didn't even recognize it. You said, wow, you're fucked up. Bye. That kind of idea. But now you won't even look at fear in an energetic way, because it's no longer a valid reality for you to perceive. That's where the polarity is shifted. You have gone from always validating fear in one fashion to, let's say, now main focus, looking at reality as love, as light, as positive. Look where you've shifted yourself. Holy shit. But once again, if you discount it, you discount yourself. If you are in sorrow of humanity, you discount yourself. If you are judging your brethren for being asleep, once again, you were a pain in the ass when you were asleep. Everyone is on their own cycle of life. Everyone is journeying themselves. It is a circle. You got to let go. Let go and keep loving your reality. And then your little bubble right here is the only one you're concerned with. You don't need to worry about all these other parallel realities going around you and jumping over there. I need to fix this problem. Bullshit. Because that problem is not broken. You're not the Band-Aid. That problem is love, creation, living its reality. Let it go. Blow it away in the wind and focus on your bubble of love. Because where you focus, once again, is what you receive. And we've given you everything to recognize in the immediacy of discernment your own fears. Your own fears. You choose them or you don't. When you are fighting them, you're choosing them. Beautiful. Revelation. Healing. Engage. Love. Allow. Dissipation. Moving on. Simple. But now you get to play a little bit more. A little bit more wonderful. A little bit more thicker energy with all of us. More, let's say, one-on-one interaction in the physical with a lot of you. Won't be that mass contact. That's not coming for a while. But there are individual 3D physical incarnations going to happen in your idea reality that will circulate among your avenues of communications. Your groups, your Facebooks, your UFOs, all of these ETs are ready to come and say hi to the few that are ready. And those few will become more and more. How do you know you're ready? How do you know it's you? Fear. Simple. Look, Do you want an alien to come to you if you have fear? Because what do you get back in the mirror? A representation to one degree or another of fear. That game is over. We played that game to get you to a certain now. Now the interactions are the ones who have no fear of their brethren. Just happens to be, it's a thought, but just happens to be representing that of an idea of an extraterrestrial or an alien. But you're not going to get that engagement if you're scared, if you're afraid, if you need protection, if you need to put up all this, or you need to call them in any way, shape, or form. You just need to be love and say, I'm ready. That right there sends the signal, and if that co-creation moment is something that you set up, then you will keep that appointment by what? Simple. Going about your nows. Not seeking it, not trying it, not fearing it. Any idea of accomplishment and that idea of interaction is interlaced with identification. Identity, which is another mask of your ego. Let it go. We're all ready. We all want to see you. The Pleiadians, Arcturians, Reptilians, they're all ready to come down. Fuse Sassani, that might happen. We'll see. That kind of idea. Your grays, a lot of the grays are like, that's going to be the main idea. And about 40%, I'm thinking, of the interactions. Why? Because you're very familiar with the grays. Stand by. You're very familiar with the grays. You're not scared of them. There's enough interaction. First time you look at them, but now that you've seen it over and over again, now you're going to go, oh, hey, look, a gray. Just like that. That's what you want to be. That divine, that nonchalant. Now that field is stabilized, now that it's an energetic high, and now that I am here in such an energetic fashion, because of you, you've opened the door more and more. You've done a great healing on the entire collective as a whole. Excellent. So play. Play in the Garden of Gods now. When the fear comes up, you know how to, let's say, engage it. You know there's no need for abundance, because it always comes in any way, shape, or form whenever you need it in the perfect now. Let it go. There is no, let's say, i.e., life purpose. Your life purpose is to expand your soul every now. Follow that idea and you will have the most epic journey this time around. And if you choose to come back again and again and again and again, so be it. But when you love the now, knowing that you have given yourself the gift of humanity, the most epic gift of any physical idea representation in all the nows, you gave yourself that gift. When you view it from that perspective, this journey becomes so epic, you always want to come back. But remember, you don't come back because you know you will fractalize yourself, but you can't forget anymore. This entity you see in the mirror is its own personality, much like George. When George came in, he chose not to know all of himself. He's expanding George. But George can take a fractal of himself because he knows what he is and become another, i.e., sliver of a human. But you won't forget. But you might fractalize yourself again. So no fears in here. No fears. Play in this reindeer field. Play it. It's so exciting now. Call upon your higher selves, that is you. Call upon your guides. Show yourself, I'm ready. Don't expect, don't put anything into it. Just let it be. Just let it be. Intention, done. You don't have to make sure with thought. Thought is one. We all know what you're thinking. You know what I'm thinking. I know what Rita's thinking. Rita knows what I'm thinking. Everyone knows what we're thinking. As soon as you put out the intention, it sends out the vibrational signal. The signal says, booyah, they're ready, and the perfect now will come. Awesome. Я на толкова. Шамбарията. Тема? Yeah, Kai. This is all we have for this space-time now. This is Ocyphius and the Oversoul Collective Fire. Once again, I don't have the words to be here among you. I bid you a good night, I don't. Hi-bye.
Hi. Whew. Okay, this is gonna sound funny, but you know what he felt like? It felt like he had a glass of red wine. He was like, woo, it was so fun in there.
Wow.
But this time he was like, and I was like, holy shit, you're all over the place. Oh, that was fun. All right, guys, love you so much. Thank you again for commenting and all that good stuff, and I love you, and we'll talk to you next now.